bottom of the ocean, at the bottom of the ocean, at the bottom of the ocean, fish won't judge you by your fall. At the bottom of the ocean, at the bottom of the ocean, at the bottom of the ocean, fish won't judge you by your fall.
Hello, people. We are back. This is a podcast now. Podcast about three dudes that talk about whatever they want because it's our podcast and not yours. I have Chris with me, like always. I have George.
What's up?
Got myself. And I'm excited for this episode, just like every other episode, because we're going to talk about the brand new album, Science Fiction. Woo woo! Oh, we can tell that Chris is very excited about this one.
I am.
You like the album?
I did.
All right. Give us a little background on Brand New, the band.
Like how I got into them?
Yeah, tell us a little bit how you got into them.
I got into them because of a friend, and I really liked the first album, and then forgot all about them until Deja, and then that was really good. That caught back my attention. Then I never listened to Daisy, which everybody says is crazy. Never even
crazy in one sense,
that's their darkest album by far.
Really, it's about shitting in corpses.
Yeah, I guess. I
don't
know.
I love
basically
that
his
shit.
dog died. And
is it? Hold on. Is it like our previous episode? Is it Jesselnick Dark?
I don't know. Never listened to it. So
it's never, okay. Would you like it
George
to
probably
be?
can answer that, right?
Is it Jessel Dark? Is that a genre? Can we say it's a genre now? Jessel Dark.
Jessel Dark.
Anthony Jesselnick, please confirm this genre we created for you. Yeah, what'd you guys think of the album?
I liked it. What I did not like was how they begin it with the therapy session, kind of analyzing dreams, and because that carries out through the whole album, kind of takes me out of it. But I really like the songs.
That's the concept of the album. Your darkest. Go on.
This is just like Tori and Moi, where it just flew over Chris's head.
No, I got it in the beginning. They're like, oh, she has the same reoccurring dream, and then they analyze it, and then it carries over, but it's not the same person. She's not consistent. It's different people. I would say different people analyzing the same dream or whatever is going on. I have no idea. It's confusing as crap.
It's putting on a smile to one group of people and then not showing what's inside of you. Your inner darkest secrets that you don't show to other people.
If you say so.
Wow.
I didn't like it. I didn't care for it.
So, is it you didn't like it just because it took you out of the album, or is it just you didn't like the concept?
If they would have took that part out, I would like it better.
Okay.
So you just wanted a brand new album.
You just wanted straight music.
More life.
Or if you're gonna do
Drake.
if you're gonna do a narrative, make sure your narrative is more cohesive, because they don't they break and halfway through a song they do it all over again, and I'm like, why?
Well, I think it depends on the concept. I mean, you could say that about Doggy Style or an album like that, where there's just random talking or analysis or something. They just kind of go along with the album. I think how it plays into Brand News, I think it's more the concept, what's going on in, the dreams and the inconsistency, and it's you can kind of tell it's supposed to be like that. You get me?
I get you're trying to fight the person's trying to fight their inner demons or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
I got that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the material that a lot of the songs do deal with one song, the Hiroshima. Oh my gosh, can't remember what that's called.
It has. I think it's
137.
Yeah, it's 137.
Yeah.
137, slow burner song.
Yeah, but it's good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a good song. But it's again, it's dark, and then it carries on. But then you're listening to it, oh, it's a really good song, and somebody starts talking again. They're like, oh, let's reanalyze this, but it's a totally different person.
I will agree with you. I think there are times in the album where, let's say after a song or something, it very much it drags. I think in Waste or Can't Get It Out. And one of those has a 2 minute it's not even the therapist or the person being psychoanalyzed. I think it's just them strumming or just
it's static,
barely,
right?
Yeah. And I kind of get it in the conceptual way, but I think as a listener, it's you just kind of want to already press the next track. George, what'd you like about the album?
I liked it a lot, but I have not listened to it.
I love that.
I listened to it like when it dropped. I listened to it probably like 10, 15 times in a row.
Okay.
I don't know if I was caught up in the hype, but no, it's a solid record from Brand New. I don't think it's my favorite record. I think that goes to either The Devil and the God or Rage Inside Me, or Deja. Not a fan of their first album at all.
No, because they started off as like a
Emo
screamo.
pop,
yeah.
Well, he was the drummer, bassist for not the drummer, the guitarist or bassist for Taking Back Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I knew that.
I don't know.
You don't know anything about what's his name? Jesse.
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 Yeah, Jesse.
We'll call
Jesse's girl.
we'll look it up so we don't look ignorant as always. But
it's Jesse though. Yeah,
it's Jesse. So I think it's Jesse with an L. We'll just call him JL for now until one of us realizes the real name. But I looked into Jesse backstory. I knew about Brand New beforehand because of George, and I've never listened to Brand New before that though. And then George and I were supposed to go to, or we did go to Vegas and for the sole purpose to go see Brand New.
I heard, was that the one he got AIDS at?
Okay, so you already kind of know the story. George got sick on the way to Vegas.
Well, that's because little backstory to that.
Oh,
before you
shit.
guys go, there's a pre-story to this.
Excuse
us, people. The guy we always mention on this
podcast,
podcast, Matt, had the flu, and we went out drinking. And we went to the Blind Donkey out in Pasadena, and we're trying different whiskeys. Well, he tried.
No, this was still when we were at Slater's 50/50.
Oh yeah.
And he had a sip of his beer.
Our beers.
Take a sip of my beer.
We had different beers.
What about that concept? Alcohol kills germs.
Exactly what he said. He's all, alcohol kills germs. And I was on my vacation. And I was like, I'm on vacation.
Oh, okay. So when you're on vacation, you're immune to diseases.
No. I'm on vacation. I'm gonna have a nice time.
Okay.
I want to have a nice time. I don't want to spend the last half of my vacation dying of whatever the hell he had.
Yeah.
And then he gave it to George, and George went to Brand New, and I heard about this.
So here's the thing. George, he's sick. He's like one of the sickest I've ever seen him, first of all. And here's the great part. We both slept in the same bed at Vegas because, right, we're poor. We don't... We don't get separate rooms or anything, and I didn't get sick the whole time. I loved it. The day of that we went to go see Brand New, George couldn't make it, but I think the tickets were under his name, so we still had to make George go to the venue. Sick. He's tired. He doesn't want to move. He's quiet. He doesn't want to talk. I'm drunk. I've been day drunk for 2 days prior to this.
Dang.
It's Vegas. I'm living my life. It's awesome, right? George gets the tickets. As soon as we get into the venue, I didn't know what to expect from Brand New. I was like, I've never really heard them. I just know of whom they are. And then as soon as they start playing, I'm just like, my sobriety kicked in, and I was like, what am I listening to? Honestly, I was like, this sucks. I don't know if it's Jesse, because he sings very softly for me.
His name is Jesse Lacey.
Jesse Lacey. So we weren't wrong. Okay. Hello, JC Lacey. But yeah, we're there, or I'm there. George gets a taxi to get back to his hotel.
No, I walked.
Oh, you walked?
I walked.
Wow. Okay. Well, he walks the pain back to the hotel. I'm over there. I'm back at the Brand New concert. Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. And this is like a drunk person who's ready to party in Vegas, and I wasn't feeling it. I don't know. Maybe it was what they played that night, but I didn't get the hype. I didn't understand anything because I knew beforehand, at least, that Brand New was like, they're like hardcore fans for Brand New. So that just left a bad taste in my mouth. Plus, being hungover for a little bit, like, is gonna leave a bad taste in your mouth too. You don't brush your teeth and everything. So from there, I was like, dude, Brand New sucks. I don't care what anyone tells me. So then once we decided, okay, we're gonna review the new Brand New album. At first, I listened to this album. The same thing happens. I'm like, this is too boring. I can't do this right now. I give it like a second and a third listen because I don't stop at 15 like George. And I actually once I started listening to it more and more, I don't know if it's because of the constant listening to it, I actually like this album. I really like this album. Like the first track, Lit Me Up, I think it's a good intro into the album. I don't think it doesn't really set a tone, but it's kind of like, it kind of mellows you into it. Like, it's like, you know, it's very soft. It's very like cool, but like very kind of dreary. And I like it because you're kind of expecting that. And I think maybe that's why at initial reaction, I was like, this is going to suck. I'm going to fall asleep to this. But then there's some tracks later on that like really pick up the pace, and you can tell the elements that they kind of pick up for this album, kind of like 90s rock and kind of like almost like a country at sometimes, like a twangy. Actually, my favorite track in the whole album is Waste, and I will tell you why. I'm gonna go ahead and say I picture myself in a cowboy bar somewhere in Tennessee when I listen to this song. I'm also wearing a pink cowboy hat. I'm sipping on cheap whiskey, and I'm softly mouthing the chorus of this song. It's a very slow burner song, but for me, I like that though, and it's my favorite song. And the next favorite song for me is Same Logic. It feels like what I like is the guitar in the beginning of the song. And then I like how it kind of like it picks up the pace later on, and I like that it actually has like the screamo like chorus into it. So for me, I don't know if that's like a throwback, brand new thing that they did. They were like, "Hey man, we need to remind people of our roots," and then we throw them with the screamo track.
Is Waste the one with that line that goes, "Fish won't judge you
No,
by your thoughts when you're bottom of the ocean"?
That is
it's like one of my favorite songs.
That's Same Logic, and
Okay.
I love that part.
Yeah.
That's what I like about that song. There's a lot going on top of each other, and I like that right before the second chorus, the backup singer goes a lower register than Jesse, and like, and the fish are down the water, and I like that part. Well, that's why it's one of my favorite songs on the album. You know,
That is probably the best song on the album.
yeah. And I was surprised. I think Waste, for sure, my favorite. Same Logic comes right after that. The reason why is because, you know, it's technically called the Same Logic / Teeth. And I think at the very end, like, that what's going on, where it's like a minute of like nothing or some weird like guitar playing, kind of kills it for me. It takes me out, like Chris says. It takes me out of the album. And I think it's like, I think if they would have ended it where the Same Logic ends, then I'd be happy, or I'd be happier with that song.
I really like Desert and No Control. Those are my two favorite songs.
No Control almost sounds like a Nirvana song. Almost in a
It
sense.
does. It sounds like I think it's got No Control and Out of Mana both feel like songs that were on K-Rock in 1997. They really do.
Grunge rock?
Yes. Like, even Out of Mana has like this like 90s like title to it, because it's like I don't know if it's a Magic the Gathering reference or whatever, but could be that. And that was popular in the 90s, I think. I didn't really play that much.
You never played Magic?
I never played Magic in the 90s, no. But I think in the 80s it's the peak.
I think Mana, though, comes from Dungeons and Dragons, no?
There's mana in Magic the Gathering. I hope I don't sound stupid and
No, I
someone
know.
corrects me.
There's mana in Magic the Gathering because you have to have cards, but you also have to have like it's not mana though. It's like more like lands. Like you have to have like
Yeah, you have to have lands though to
oh.
like attack, I think.
Yeah.
But I think the point is there's mana everywhere we go, right? Like that's just the point. What was the other thing? The only thing I don't like about Out of Mana is that it starts out with this blaring guitar, and then once again Jesse's soft ass voice just comes in and it's very inaudible like this, and I do not like that.
So you don't like the lead singer's voice, is what I'm hearing.
I don't
That's like the main
mind.
thing.
I don't mind Jesse's voice. I just don't like he's very soft.
Okay.
We here at a podcast now, we pride ourselves on being very loud and hitting the red every time we record. And Jesse's like, he's so soft, and I think that's what threw me off when I saw them live, is that he to me was very soft in like how he sings, and I don't like that. I can't get into it. But that song specifically, you can tell, like, especially the instrumentation right afterwards is like louder than he will ever be. You get me? But
Yeah.
I think that's what gives it the 90s vibe though. I like it. It's a K-rock feel. Like, you could turn on to that station in 97 and you'll listen to that with your Doc Martens on.
How did you come, like, to listen to the album? Because I bought it.
Oh.
I bought it for stream.
Wow, you bought it? Like,
I bought it.
Like, did you buy the vinyl?
No, George did. George bought the vinyl.
George bought the brand new vinyl?
I bought they ran out of the limited edition that sold out in like, I don't know, 2 hours or whatever.
Oh god, dude, that was fun. I get text
Really?
message. Brand new hates its fans. I was like, what? And he goes, they ran out of the limited vinyl, Chris. The limited vinyl, and I like them.
No one knows what the fucking limited edition vinyl is because no one's received it and it doesn't ship until October.
But there's nothing in the description? Like,
no, there was no description. The
so
first people that ordered
you're just gonna get like you might not even get a vinyl.
I think it sold for like $55.
Okay.
And it sold out. Like 2 days later, people started receiving CDs. Like
instead of
no CDs, I guess it was a part of the package with the vinyl.
Oh, okay.
So they got like this really cool collector's item, numbered out of 500 CD.
Yeah, that was cool.
And no one knows what the hell the vinyl is coming. Like what kind of if it's a colored pressing. And, yeah, it's pretty much a mystery until release date. But you can expect to see those probably for like 300 and up on fucking everywhere.
So then, were you gonna buy?
Because the CD's been going on on Discogs and eBay for like, I think the cheapest one I saw sold was like $200-$300, and they're probably sending like patches and other shit with the vinyls.
Are they sending it like in separate packages then? Like,
yeah, the CD got sent out first.
Wait, did you get a shirt with your vinyl?
No, I paid $35 for my standard black pressing.
That sounds boring. I don't buy black pressing.
It is, but get this, they didn't tell everyone that, hey, there's also this indie release too, where it's a colored pressing and both discs, one's red and one's blue. I didn't find out until I ordered mine, and I can't cancel mine or anything. So,
did you buy both?
No, I'm not gonna buy both. I don't buy two records of
even
the same
if it's
album.
a variation.
Yeah.
What if it was Queens though?
No.
No. We'll save that for another time. Actually,
I'm only gonna listen to that one album. What's the point in having two?
I think it's for the collectors.
For collectors,
value.
I don't see the point in that. I know people do like.
Isn't the point of collecting vinyl though is to have collectors?
But to me, I don't see the point in maybe diehard fans of like Pink Floyd who have 26 copies of Dark Side of the Moon. I don't see the point in that.
I think each copy is like a crater of the moon. That's why. So if you put them together on a wall,
you get the Death Star.
I guess I understand why, because that record probably like the first pressings and the Japanese pressings are probably worth so much. Okay. They're like, oh, I found this in an antique store for $5. It's worth $200.
Oh, okay. So now you're turning this into like what do you call it?
Well, I'm just saying, I haven't bought a double album.
Yeah.
Same copy of the album. Yeah. I don't find the reason.
Well, this is their last album. Period. This is the one they want to end. They want to end on the note, and I think they actually did it. I think if they never release another album, this is the one. They're gonna. It's really good. I'm on top.
I'm more than willing to bet that in 5-10 years, Jesse Lacey is gonna be touring by himself
as brand new.
Well, since he wrote all the songs, he owns the rights to all those songs, so he can sing them with an acoustic guitar, and his fans will go out there and pay the $50. So he probably has it made. The other band, I don't know what the hell they're gonna do without him, but yeah, I can see him doing that.
Oh yeah, wouldn't be bad
because he has a legion of fans.
So then, brand new is not brand new without soft ass Jesse Lacey, is what I'm hearing then.
Well, okay, because you bring up an interesting point, and I kind of want to touch on this. Is any band?
Please touch it.
Because Dorothy, you've seen Dorothy live.
Yeah.
Okay. She got rid of everybody in her lineup.
Okay.
Like, everybody. Now, I've listened to her since before she really became famous.
Okay.
And we saw her. She puts on one hell of a show. You've seen her too.
Yeah, I've seen her. I loved her.
Yeah.
She was great.
She got rid of that whole lineup. Now,
okay.
Is that, to you, is a band without the band that you had, or is it just the singer?
I think a band is whomever owns the rights to the name.
Okay.
Which is, I think, the point of what I think. I can't even remember who else does this. Where like they just swap out member. I think Joshua's done it. Joshua Homme for Queens of the Stone Age.
It didn't work for Oasis. Oasis, they broke up live on stage and said, "We're done," and then that was it.
I think it's a matter of if you can find. So okay, let me rephrase that. If you, the core person, writer, making the composition, you own the name, so I would assume you own up to that. Like you bring a standard to that brand, or else there's no point in doing it, right? So I would assume you, as the brand owner, would want to look for someone of the caliber of whom you've left, if not better. So I think when you look for someone and you say they're fucking good, they're as good as the last person that worked with me, I want them. Then I think that if you can't tell, then that's fine. I think in the matter of like maybe Oasis or something like that, I think it was just a matter of, hey man, you just want to be in Oasis? I'll give you $50, man. Well, don't even worry about it. Just come on tour.
They're both brothers.
Oasis?
Yeah.
The O and the Aces are brothers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, but no, I was thinking more of Hawthorne Heights. One died. Like their old, like I listen to them. Their old stuff's really good. And the new stuff without
I think that's kind of hard though, right? Because he's dead, right? I think the original singer from Hawthorne Heights, right? Yeah. I think it's hard. Like I think it's the same thing with Sublime too, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like,
but I like Sublime with Rome. A lot of people
you do. I don't. I don't even like Sublime to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah. If I were to like have one of those like sweaters from like Central America and want to play hacky sack, I'm listening to the old Sublime. I'm not listening to Sublime with Rome. Yeah, I think in the matter of does a band change because the members like come in and out, I think it's a matter of if the new people are just as good as the old people, I don't think it makes a difference, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's only a matter of when like both, like let's say more than one creative are like basically building this like band or group or collective. And then once they leave, you can tell that they were part of the like what made that group great. I think that's when you can tell like, oh shit, this is you start to appreciate like certain someone that's left. I can't think of anyone like that right now.
Ice Cube and NWA.
There you go. Ice Cube, NWA, right there. Well, you wouldn't know, Chris.
No, I wouldn't. Sorry.
I think 90% of our listeners wouldn't even know. But then again, I think if it wasn't for Ice Cube leaving, then Ice Cube himself wouldn't have such a great as a career as he has now.
Being a family guy in family movies?
Yeah, so he started up as a gangster rapper, right?
Yeah.
And he's good. He made what are some of his classic albums? America's Most Wanted,
Death Certificate,
The Predator.
Those are probably the only ones I listened to.
Yeah. And he was in the West Coast Connection, so he basically formed a group afterwards. And even then, I think he was still the strong point in that group. But either way, like if it wasn't for him going, you know what, I'm way better than this. I got to do my own thing. Then it wouldn't lead to him doing family films and doing like kids films. But hey, that's what happens, man.
And the Big Three League.
No, he's a good actor. Don't get me wrong. He's a really good actor.
I've never really watched Ice Cube in many. I saw Anaconda. I think he's in it.
Yeah, he's in it.
LL Cool J's in it.
Yeah.
You can still tell Ice Cube's a better actor than LL Cool J in that. He's a determined guy.
Jennifer Lopez is in it.
Jennifer Lopez is in it. Yeah.
And so is Angelina Jolie's dad. The crap's his name?
Jeffrey Jolie.
There you go. Jeffrey Jolie.
Shout out to Jeffrey. But yeah, I think in terms of like if a band is good, it's gonna be good. If they're going under the same name, that's great. If they have to like make a new name, whatever, as long as it's good. But that's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. So this is their last album officially as a band, and George gave me a link, so I'll buy it. So I bought it. Came out on Spotify, Google Music, like what, a week later, or a few days later?
No, like on Thursday the album got released digitally.
Yeah, it was unannounced though. They just dropped it and said, "Here you go."
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And people bought it.
Don't you love that? Since I
bought the standard vinyl, I got an email with the link to download the digital version.
Uh-huh.
So I downloaded it, installed iTunes on my PC, and listened to it. That's how I listened to it. But then it hit I think iTunes or Apple Music on Friday, and then it finally got on Spotify and I think Google Music on Sunday morning, and it became the number one album of the what is it? The top 200?
Yeah.
Number one album of the week.
Yeah.
So yeah, they have that many fans that support them to make them number one, and that's their first number one album ever in their career. So it's
Because it's the last one.
that
So you better appreciate that shit.
Well,
That
came out-
and it's good.
people,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a strong allegiance if your album's good and you haven't had anything in 6-7 years.
10 years.
10
Has it been
years.
10 years?
Holy
10 years.
shit.
No, because you don't listen. You think they stopped at Deja.
No, they stopped after Daisy. It's been 10 years. I
It's-
did look it up.
Somebody look this up because
It's been
all,
10 years.
So, I think last episode.
Last one was 2007.
2009.
Okay, so
Okay, so yeah, not 10
8
years.
years.
8
8
years. Okay. So I mean, this album's basically
still
a
a
third
long time
grader
to
at this
drop
point.
drop an album though.
It depends, though. I don't know. I mean, weren't they all just doing stuff in between this time period?
They've been touring.
Yeah. Well, they were touring what? When did we?
They've been
when
touring
did we
for
were
like the
supposed
last
to
3
see them?
years. I'm pretty sure they've been touring. Also, they started touring was because they want to get some motivation to write a new album. So, because that kind of like brings a spark in bands that have been dusty as fuck for like the last, I don't know how many years they haven't been touring. But when they started touring, there's fucking shows for selling out like crazy. I remember, I think, was it at the Observatory when they did back-to-back nights and
Yeah.
they played both all 4 albums and their B-sides and
They
everything
played their whole discography.
at that show. Like, that would have been killer to go to. I almost paid like this $250 a ticket but I didn't.
That's okay. You'll pay it next time. If anything, if it's true this last album might be the last tour, you're gonna pay $500 to see them.
No,
I'm still not gonna pay to see them. Honestly, I
they're in
saw them once and
Actually,
I'm fine.
they're in San Bernardino this weekend, I think.
Oh, we're definitely going.
If we can, I go.
It's a really like what emo, punk, rock, hardcore music festival.
Oh yeah. Like Rise Against is gonna be there. I think a whole bunch of bands I listen to.
Yeah, I don't. The only band I listen to from that.
Well,
was brand new.
I would say I'd pay like max to see them if they're playing new material and maybe some classics.
$5.
No. Wow. Really? You think I'm that cheap? Like you don't know?
No, I
you
just don't think you like them that
you
much.
don't think I understand the value in brand new? Okay, if brand new was a, what do you call that?
You paid the $9 for the album?
If it
No,
was-
you wait
no,
till
I
it was on
didn't.
Spotify for free.
You goddamn right. It's actually not free. I still have to pay to use Spotify
That's true.
without ads. Because that's how your boy lives it, okay? So don't ever call me broke again. Shame on you. But no, I'd say my max is $150. $150 because I'm only arriving to see brand new, and then right afterwards I go home and sleep. I'm not seeing any of your other bands, Chris.
Hell no, I don't even. That's a lot, just for one band. I don't think I've ever paid for that much for just one band.
Well, that
Most
just
I've
shows
ever
you.
paid was $100
For one
Black
band?
Keys.
The Black Keys.
But that was probably the sickest concert.
It has to have been if you. I
got there, but we
think you're
camped out
making
all
it feel
day,
like
though.
it was. Oh.
It's $100 after fees. So
Yeah,
it was
but
like
we-
$60 tickets or whatever.
We camped out.
$40 in fees.
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Well, I paid-
Ticketmaster, you need to calm the fuck down with
I
that shit.
paid about $40 in fees because I'm gonna go see Circus Survive and Thrice, and those fees are like about $20.
I did not agree to that.
Yeah, can we talk? What is causing these gigantic service fees? Do you know?
Convenience fee.
Their convenience.
Whom is it convenient for? Because it's not
One-
convenient for my bank account.
I guess to Ticketmaster, who owns every single entity in ticket sales,
Yeah.
StubHub, all the other ticket verified resellers, they own all this shit, which Live Nation owns.
Yeah.
So it's,
Yeah.
Live Nation owns Ticketmaster, owns StubHub, owns all the other ticket resale markets. The convenience fee is you not having to go out to the venue and paying in gas to go pick up those tickets. For each goddamn ticket, a $15
but-
fee for each
Yeah,
ticket.
but now the new thing too I've noticed on a couple of things I'm buying is now they get insurance. We insure your tickets.
I always say no to
That-
that.
yeah, no,
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
No,
insure
no,
my
I know it's
tickets.
not-
It is not. It is not a 1997 Ford Taurus. I'm not
No,
insuring
I was
it.
like, why would you pay insurance for a ticket? Oh, in case
I think it's
we
a-
oversell and
No.
No, it's if it gets lost in the mail.
Yeah,
they're like,
if it
"Oh,
gets
shit,
lost
here,
or
we're not
you
different
can't
one."
make it, I believe. If you can't make it to the venue, then
But
that's
that's
when
if
the
you-
insurance kicks in.
That's if you ask to have the tickets mailed out to your address. You pay for the insurance.
no, they asked for insurance when I wanted just to get the copy of the thing. I have to copy the
Really?
copy. Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
oh, do you want to get insurance? I was like, nope.
Well, okay. One of the fees is convenience fee, and the other I think is a venue fee, or I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's like I think it's called like facility fee. There's a fucking facility fee,
Yeah. No,
Oh, yeah.
and then there's the convenience fee. So the facility fee, I don't know what the fuck that is. That's I guess if you're not drinking, you're still gonna pay up in facility fees.
Yeah, that's terrible. I just.
It always makes you not want to drink at these shows.
I already don't want to drink because they're so goddamn expensive. And if I'm
Exactly.
already paying up front for someone else's drinking habits, then I feel like I should bring my own habits, right?
Yeah.
I should bring my own bottle.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And maybe some snacks.
Yeah.
And maybe some In-N-Out.
And maybe some weed.
And maybe some
Everybody
weed.
brings weed to the concert, everybody. But no, like, you're like, oh, I'll take a shot. Oh, that's $15.
Well, I'm not
Dude,
taking a shot. That's why. Like, shots are ripoffs unless you're drinking at home by yourself. Then you're not getting ripped off, right?
Yeah.
I think, like, the only way to, like, make justification to buy any drink at any venue is that you already were drinking before you got there.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, I just need to keep this buzz going. Or if someone else is paying. I love that part. Anyone else paying? Hey, you buy whatever you want. You can buy me a Kool-Aid and it's $30. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah, drinking is expensive at fucking concerts.
It is. I hate it.
Dude, we have so many concerts coming up in
What-
the next...
What concerts do we have coming up?
we have that one in October.
Sinead.
October 30th, Shanae Harnett.
Yeah, and then
We will
have...
review that.
Who else?
Curtis Harding.
Curtis Harding.
Curtis Harding, we're good.
Black Pistol
Black
Fire.
Crystal Fire. I have Fallout Boy.
You only have Fallout Boy, and I want to just reiterate that. Only
Yeah, it's
you.
me. It's me. I just said I.
Yes.
I have Chicano Batman to go see, which I think they added like 3 extra nights to the Fonda.
Are you going to see Black Crystal Fire?
No. Well, I don't know. When is it?
I don't remember, but it's like a $10, $12 ticket.
Yeah, it's at the Troubadour. And they sell it pretty
Well,
quick. It's on
first
my
of all,
calendar.
I just need to know how much the
Oh, it's the 18th. It's the 18th.
how much are the convenience fees? That's my real question.
It's about $3 because it was about $18.
It was like a
Alright.
$20 ticket after everything,
Okay.
which isn't that bad.
Yeah.
I'm down. I don't see why not.
And the Troubadour is really dope.
Troubadour doesn't have slanted floors, does it?
No.
Yeah,
But it
those-
has an upstairs, like
Those are my kryptonite.
Yes.
upstairs area.
It's
like,
really small and intimate. Like, it's got a balcony.
No, kind of like our studio.
Yes. And it's like, it kind of reminds me of the Satellite, to be honest, if Satellite had a balcony. No?
Satellite's probably the tiniest venue I've ever been
It's a
in.
nice venue, though. So, yeah, we're going to a lot of concerts.
Yeah, a lot of concerts coming up, a lot of reviews coming up. That's what this channel's all about.
We should really come see Curtis Harding though. That was
Yes.
a cheap ass ticket too.
He
How much
called
is
his
it?
song trash, though. I snapped one of his songs, and then Frank's like, trash. I was like, what the fuck?
No, he's like he's
I gotta. Hey, I love the trash emoji too much, man. I sometimes, if the cancer emoji was a little bit more cancerous, that's what I would put
what
in.
the fuck
like,
is the
group.
cancer emoji?
The 6ix9ine but warped, because it's like an astrological
Oh.
sign of a cancer instead of like. I think there needs to be a cancer emoji for me to really
He needs
express how I feel.
another white cell attacking another cell.
Something like, or like a little sickly kid, like in a bed, or like an old lady with chemo being injected. You know, whatever you think cancer is, that's what
Frank,
it is.
dude, you gotta do computer programming so you can get
I
this.
know.
There's money to be made in that.
I really need to make my
Apple,
own.
if you're listening, we need these emojis in the next iOS update.
We need a pie
was it?
emoji.
Pie.
We need a cancer emoji, but cancer in the sense that it's not an astrological sign, like actual cancer.
What about a polio emoji?
Oh, that'd be great. Although I feel like the wheelchair emoji already does that. Because if you have polio, you're in a wheelchair,
But is
and you have a
there's a
blanket
wheelchair
over
emoji?
lap. Yeah, look it
Does
up.
he have a blanket over his lap?
Well, it's white, and most blankets, like FDR had a white blanket, so I feel like it's implied that the blanket's white. So overall, what do you rate this brand new album?
I give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10? Wow, that is a good rating right there. What about you, George?
I thought every track was solid. I didn't really dislike any of the songs on the album. But like I said, I don't think it's the best work.
You think it?
I really like the ending, the outro track, "Batter Up." That was a sick song. Like throwing it out there for all the other brand new fans and listeners. Like, all right, we're done. It's all on you now. So, and I think they hit a home run with this this final album. If it is their final album, I would give it like a 8 out of 10.
Oh wow! Okay, cool, nice.
What'd you give it?
What do I give it? I give it it's listenable. I like it. I mean, I'm not giving it as much credit as I feel like I should be giving it. If you're someone who's never listened to brand new like I am, I think this is it's an okay album to listen to. I'm definitely gonna look into their back catalog after this.
If you do, I would honestly start with the Devil.
I'm starting from the beginning.
Really?
From the Screamo.
Jeez, okay.
I can't even do that one.
I like them.
Maybe
I like that album.
Maybe like 3 or 4 songs on that album I enjoy.
Uh-huh.
But the rest are just like Vans Warped Tour material.
Yeah. Stuff I like.
Yeah, no, I feel like you gotta go through the metamorphosis like the band does. You gotta think of this like an Animorphs cover, right? You start off as a kid and then you finally turn into like the sweet ass eagle at the end. So I need to find out what that kid was at first before he became the eagle and flew away. And was like, this is the last album, kids, later. But I would say, yeah, this is definitely like, if you want to listen to something that sounded like you could have listened to this on K-Rock, definitely give this album a try. I would say the Slow Burners I actually like more, but Waste is my favorite, and I'm blanking out right now on the other track.
Teeth?
No. What Teeth is the second track in that song. We'll figure it out at post-production.
Yeah.
It's called The Same Logic, you fucking idiots.
So I think this is a podcast first. We all agree this is a good album.
It is.
Yeah, good album. Landmark album, brand new if you're listening. You got a bunch of different weirded-minded people to agree to your music. So give the album a try. We're going to cut it off here. Actually, I don't even think we were able to get a sponsor today. But, you guys, I did find something interesting. And that is that Walmart and Kmart are both selling Nintendo 3DS systems for $149.99 on sale.
Oh, dang.
Okay? Plus, every time you buy one, you get a $50 gift card that brings the total to $110 after tax. Okay? Now, listen. We can flip those sons of bitches for $230 a piece. Easy. They're limited Zelda edition ones. Okay? Hurry. Come with me so we can get these. We can be rich. We can also keep one so we can play Nintendo games. You know, like Zelda and Mario Kart. Nintendo, please give me free stuff.
And by the way, if you're not following us on social media, please do.
That's what I love about you, Chris. You always know how to plug in our stuff. I just plug in the worthless ads. You plug in the worthless accounts. We got dead accounts on Instagram, Twitter. I'm blinking out.
We also have an email.
apodcastnow1@gmail.com.
So please email us, the 5 listeners that do listen to this. Tell us what you think, what you'd like us to talk about. Future topics for conversations. We're always open, and maybe we'll even read them live on this show.
All right, that's been us. And until next time, it's been a podcast now.
Bye.